What's up, guys? It's 5:51. I got guys that'll be here in about 30 minutes, so this is around the time where I start doing the routes for everybody, so I'll try and see if I can show you real quick how I do the routes. Alright, so let me do a screen recording here. Alright, here we go. So the first, I didn't press record. There we go. So the first thing I do is I put all the Mow Guys on the dispatch board, and I do a zoom out view, so I kind of make sure there isn't a house that's kind of like out of area. If you notice this black markers here, this is our newest Mow Guy, and so his houses are pretty far spread out. But that's the best we can do to bring on a new guy and to give him as many houses as we can. So that's kind of what we do with that. Everybody else, as you can see, is pretty dense. Has a pretty dense route. This purple seems like it's kind of out of place. So does this orange one here. I'm not quite sure why. Yeah, I've talked to this Mow guy. He actually doesn't mind that going there. I want to give that to the new guy. But this Mow guy was not really having it. He really likes that house, and so you know what? I didn't want to argue, and he's a good Mow guy, so I just kept it on there. So yeah, so that's kind of the first thing I do. Then the next thing I do is I go here to show the route order, and then it numbers them for me. So the way that these go is like the first ones are that I route is this purple one, because this Mow guy gets here first. So 1, 2, and 3 kind of look out of order here, but if you notice, he goes to 1 first, which is kind of a big business plaza. So he goes there first, then he goes down to this one, then he goes up to 3. So this area seems far on this map, but it's actually pretty close together. So it goes 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and then this one should be 17. And that. So at that point, once I look at everybody's route like I did, then I'll start going into everybody individually. Once I see that, there isn't a red in here. There is a yellow right here by this black marker, but that's because I like having this Mow guy do that house, because the customer there is really, really picky. And the yellow marker Mow guy has been doing that house for years. So he just knows that property really good. So even though he's really next to another house, it's not that close, but I still have the Mow guy go here first, and then he goes and does his route, the rest of his route. So once I see that the Mow routes are looking good, or there's nothing really out of place, then I start going into the Mow guys individually. And I usually start with the guys that get here first, just in case I get behind. I at least know their routes are done. So on this one we looked at already, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, where's 10? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So this one needs to be 17. So I will, let's see here. I'm going to find that one that's 0 and make that one 16, or actually 17. And then I'll update every other week. And then I look at the route again. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17. All right, so that one's done. And then the other thing I do here is I check for balances. Check to see if there's a zero balance. All these say negative negative something, that means they prepaid and they still have their account is in the showing that it's in the negative because they've put money into their account, and every time we mow, we start eating into that. So that's what these are here. The ones that are zero is because they have no balance. We did no work for them. That they have unpaid. So that one's done. So now I'm going to go to Erin. And then I zoom out just out of habit just to make sure there isn't anything out of place. And then the reason why it's starting with 4, 6, and all that is because this is every 2 weeks. So last week he had a 1, 2, 3, but maybe those customers are every other week. So that's why it's showing the numbers like that. So 4, 6, 7, 5. So this 5 is out of place. That should be 8. So I'm going to go and 5 should be 8. So let's see. So once you change them, then it changes the numbers again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. He's actually going to have a really easy small route today. But that one looks done. Then again, the next thing I do is check for balances. Now this customer here has a $905 balance. It's because we do trade work for him. He does the decals on our trucks. And so he has a balance, but I'll obviously zero that out. And then I just click the save. So that Mow Guy is done. And then I go to the next one. So again, this one, he's going to start way up here, and then he's going to start the rest of his route down here. That's by design. He's also okay with that. That Mow Guy knows that customer's picky, and he doesn't mind doing it. The job is pretty good, especially since he knows what he's supposed to do there. And so, because I asked him, hey, should I give that to the other guy? He's like, no, don't do that. I got it. So because he's a picky customer, I just figured I'll leave it there. So here we go. So I'm assuming that one's 1, and then we'll go 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16. And I guess that could be 15 and that could be 16, but it seems like it's worked out in the past. So this one I don't even have to move anything. Again, got to check for balances, because if there is a balance, I have to zero them out. No balances there. Going to the next. And here we go. This is our new guy. 1, 2, 3. So this should be 4. And then, okay, so 18 is 4. So he has a very small route. 1 should be 5. 1, 2. And this one's kind of hard to put in order. So I could click a button here. So in case you didn't know, I could click optimize route, and then it would automatically route his order. Let's see if it does it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Which I had already done it, but I just wanted to show you. I should have did that right from the start. The reason why his route was so disorganized this morning was because he didn't work last Wednesday, and so I had to put those houses on somebody else, and when I did that, it just changed the order that they were in for this week. So anyway, that all looks good. So he's done there, and then we'll go to the next one. So here's one that's pretty compact. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this one should be 7. So who is that? The thing is with this guy, his brother also works here. So I always check both their routes together to see if I can kind of combine the two. So another thing I do here is I check the balance that their revenue. They're pretty balanced out. It shows this guy has less than this, but that's only by like maybe 2 houses. So here we've got 15, and here he's got 13. So it's not really that off. Both pretty decent routes. So if this was a week where he'd have a lot less than him, I would move some of these houses to this guy. The reason why these guys are okay with me taking houses from them is because they're brothers. So they don't care if they're losing a house to their brother, whereas everybody else, they care. They don't like that. So that's why I always have these guys together, so I can do that. And it works out really well. So because these guys are, and not only that, even if I did the route without kind of balancing these two out, they would call each other and help each other out. They do that every night. So I don't ever really need to worry with these guys, but I'm still going to route this one here. So I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this 0 should be 7. And when I route people, I just tend to have them by themselves, so I don't mess up the other route of the other person. So we'll go manual. Oh, he's got 2 new ones. So here's another one, and then here's another one. So this person has got to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So what I'll do is I'll drag this one to the one after 6, and then that one needs to be the one after 15, which is now 1. So that one's going to be last. So there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right. So that one's done. So I'll save every other week. And then go back down to this guy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then he has to go a little bit out of his way up here for his last one. But that all seems good. No balance. I forgot to check the balance of this other guy. No balance. These are prepaid, so it's all good. And then we got the last one here. 1, 2. Oh, these two. Excuse me. These two are showing the same number here. So that one needs to be 3. One, 2, 3, 4. And then he's going to go up 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm assuming that's a 7. Yep. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And then he takes this main road and goes all the way down to 15. Now, again, because he's got kind of a small route, so if you look at this, well, 926, that's not really a small route, but it was in the past. And I told him I wanted to take that house off of him and give it to somebody else. And he really protested. He wanted to keep that house. So we did. Because it's budget hours, I don't really care You know, if we were paying these guys strictly hourly, I would obviously move that because that would be out of his way. But the fact that he really feels strongly that he wants to do it, he didn't want me to give it to anybody else. You know, it's his call on that one. Like, it's not, I don't always give them their call, but on this, you know, because it's kind of like he's okay with it, I'm okay with it too. Like, it's not bothering me. So anyway, that's pretty much all the Mow Guys. And then I check their balance. Everything looks good, so I'll save it. And then I'll do one last overview really fast here of all the Mow Guys. And then I'll just kind of do a quick overview, make sure they're all in order. So I know, I can tell you right now, this guy's going to call me, or he's going to say something. He's going to say, dude, what the heck, where are all my houses? So this new guy with the black markers here is eating into this guy's routes. But it's just the way, I mean, it wasn't necessarily just him, but he did have these 4 houses here. He did have them leading into this neighborhood, and then that one plus these 2 were going to this person. But you know, at some point you got to make some changes. I mean, this guy called off. He had a week off. He went on vacation for a week. So when he did that, I had to hire the new guy, you know, and train him up before he left. And then he took those houses. I mean, so it's kind of like, hey, that's what happened when you called off. You know what I mean? And he understands that. That's why, you know, it's okay. It's all good. But that's kind of what happened there. So anyway, that's how I do the route. And then I would go in here and then I would just dispatch them all. Yeah, so once I dispatch them, I don't really know what else I look for. I mean, I guess I check for all the balances. I read the notes too. So in some of these, there are notes. Like this one, see if pictures attached. Because Benito says the dogs have been out every week. Stop mowing the end of October. Today's Wednesday. So we're mowing that lawn again? Okay. Yeah, that guy said he was going to cancel, but I guess he called back. And then talk to Junior about not mowing over the sprinklers on the hill. They always break. Don't mow after September 30th. Okay, so that's next month. And that's all the notes. So I read the notes before I dispatch, and boom, dispatched. And they will appear on all the Mow Guys phones. Okay, so this system here that I just did all this routing on was on service Autopilot. Super awesome system for routing. It works really well for mowing and recurring services. So I love this software. I'm going to the Service Autopilot conference in November. If anybody goes there, hit me up, let me know so we can maybe have a lunch or a dinner, you know, or just meet up at the conference. That's what it's all about. All right, guys, so hopefully this helped. Don't forget to subscribe, help me out, show me some love, guys. Also, if you're thinking of doing Christmas lights, go to the Christmas light installer group. It's called Lights Out Wholesale Christmas Light Installer Group. I'll put the link in the description below. Go there if you have any questions with Christmas lights. Trying to grow that platform to get as many people that do lights there as possible. So I've replaced the blades every Wednesday and Friday. I sharpen them, you know, periodically throughout the week. So like right now, I'll just swap them out. I don't need to sharpen them right now. of credit right there. That's why we do that. But the more notes there, the better. But also the job and the price. Just in case the customer says, how much is it? They're not going, oh, let me look at the invoice. Give me a second. Oh, I forgot how to do that. You know, it's like, oh, it says $120. If they do go to their invoice, it's going to be $41. All right, so I want to get your thoughts on the truck situation.
Right.
So, the Mow trucks. Here's what I'm visioning. Tell me if it's a good idea or a bad idea. We buy the basic Mow trucks, but we add 4-wheel drive and the V8s, you know, for the plows.
Right.
On the Mow trucks, buy them with the beds, okay, and then we clean out the back behind everything, clean it all out, take all the trailers out, and we somehow put the beds in there really nicely stacked up. So that when it's wintertime...
Behind the tent.
Yes. So that when it's wintertime, we take the custom beds off and put the beds back on for snow plowing, and then they'll all be snow plow ready.
That sounds like a pain in the ass.
Okay.
Just removing those beds every year, that sounds like a pain in the ass.
Okay.
Well, don't you agree?
It's really not that hard.
Okay.
I mean, it takes a couple of days, you know. Like if Juan or Jose, just for example, have nothing else to do, they could probably take 2 or 3 off a day.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
And then re-secure the other bed.
Yeah, now some of those we did well, but with the new ones, we'll just make sure to bolt so that we can take them off easily. You know what I mean?
But the ones that are welded, we can't take off.
You can, it just takes more time, so it'll be like 1 bed that day.
Because you have to cut the weld off. And then you would have to re-weld it again.
No, well, we could bolt it, put holes in, you know, or clamps or whatever. I mean, it doesn't take much to hold them. But, so that's like one thought. So that way we would have all those plow trucks. And Mow Guys could be year-round workers if we did that.
Yeah, and then you wouldn't have, then you wouldn't be scratching your head what you're gonna do for early cleanups or spring wake-ups in the spring. Because then you had trucks with beds, and they could pull the trailer. It's not a bad idea. It just sounds like a pain in the ass.
It's really not. I actually bought beds for
the trucks.
I bought a bed for this.
Uh-huh.
It's back there. So we're doing it already. And I bought another bed for another truck. I don't remember which one.
Because you wanted to sell it.
No, so we can use it for snow.
Oh.
Because the cages are just too crazy. Hey, so we have a customer really upset.
Which one?
Let me send you a picture and you tell me.
All right.
Like, and I was like, he's like, dude, this customer, my Mow Guy's never done this before.
I'm confused now.
And I'm like, yeah, I don't know why he did that. I'm curious. But I go, maybe it's because you didn't mow it last week. Maybe because you didn't want it mowed one week, and then when he got there, he's like, screw them, and he just kind of did it. So I texted it to you.
Okay, I'm like, cool. I'm so confused.
So, but then I noticed you did mow it last week.
That's even weirder.
So I was like, maybe he's just mad at me.
She looks like Justin's house.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I wasn't
Very interesting.
So what's up with that?
What was up with that?
Yeah.
I had no time. I had like 2 minutes left. I was like, all right.
2 minutes left
But
to
you
what?
left that big pile of grass on both sides of my driveway.
Both sides?
Yeah.
In the street.
That is weird.
But what do you mean you had 2 minutes left?
Did I have 2 minutes, or was
What
it
does that
6
mean?
minutes? I didn't want him to go over.
Oh, so he was looking out for you.
Yeah, dude. I have 18 minutes to mow your whole front yard. Do you
Well,
think
I
you
don't
can do
know.
that? I'll give you 18 minutes to edge, trim, and mow your house.
I'm not the one that did it in 18 minutes.
If you...
Okay.
I
Like,
used to
you
have
can't
a
blame
time
me. You can't blame me for how fast you mowed my lawn
Dude,
one
I used to
time.
be a-
No,
have a
well,
time
what he's
limit.
saying is if he does it under 18 minutes, it's just your price. But if he goes over, it starts going up.
I thought you were serious about a different customer. I had my
I
heart
wasn't
like
serious. I wasn't serious. I just was
Well,
like,
he is a paying customer.
I was just
I
like,
mean, like, there's more highbrow customers, like
Of
all
course.
17
No,
other
I
houses.
know.
I was just like, but I was just like, generally he does a wicked good job, and then all of a sudden I have 2 big, huge piles of grass right in front of my house.
I apologize. I feel really bad.
No,
I will own it.
it's fine,
I
but
usually don't have an issue.
I don't
know.
I don't know the whole. I only have 18 minutes to mow your lawn thing because I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, well, to keep it at the, it's not $25 no matter what. It's $25 as long as he gets it done for.
I'm looking.
Because that pretty much goes to him.
What?
You know?
Oh, the whole. Yeah.
Pretty much. So if he goes over, then you got to pay him.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, I have more notes on that apple cleanup. The neighbor, Hiram, wants all the apples in their yard picked up too. That's coming from
They can call Sarah or whatever her name is.
We're just all talking. It's like, yeah, I'll get it all scheduled. And then the neighbor across from White's house or whatever, she said that she would even be willing to go in on getting that side of the tree cut down. And I'm like, I don't know if we do trees, but I'll let them know.
Okay.
So they're all in talks of getting rid of half that tree.
Which tree? Just that apple tree?
That apple tree, that was freaking insane.
Yeah, I saw the pictures. Jeez.
I know, I was like...
You weren't kidding.
When I was sending the notes, I was like, low-key wasn't...
Did you start and stop it on that?
Of course.
Yeah, good.
I mean, like, I'm glad I did, because it took me, like, an hour and 2 minutes to pick up the trees, the apples and stuff, and it only took me, like, my normal time. Like, I had 16 minutes remaining on the normal job.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have took me 16 minutes.
Yeah, I asked you. You said no, it won't take an hour.
Did I?
Yeah, it's all good.
I don't know.
What's up, man?
Dude, this guy helped me out.
How?
Those apples? I need to dump them out.
Oh.
So I need to reduce my watering then, so that.
No, my mower probably got sharpened and all that.
Well,
do you
no,
have any
just
spray by chance?
Spray for
WD-40.
For what?
Oh, my handle. I
Oh.
feel like I'm like doing like major